What's going on, world? And welcome back to the Pursuit of the Good Life podcast, your favorite podcast that helps you grow both personally and professionally. I am your host with the most, your favorite coach, the Kameron Lovelace, helping you create your version of the good life every single Thursday. And you know how we do it. We bring on great guests that are, killing it in their particular lane. And so I'm bringing in a guest who is a master in her lane as far as the world of hair. Obviously, if you need a nice little sew in, you go to your hairstylist. She hook you up. Maybe you go to the Chinese store. But what today's guest has done, she is a black business owner who has been killing it and she really just got started almost a year now. We going into year anniversary.
Your anniversary will be May 22nd,
So
2027.
we get into almost a year of business. She just had her hands are just now recovering from a major Black Friday sale. But without further ado, she is a business owner, but she's also a wife and a mother. Please welcome to the show, Mrs. Robin Goldsby. How you doing, Robin?
Hi,
Thanks for
I'm
joining
doing
the
good. How are
show.
you?
I'm great.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So tell the people a little bit about yourself and Rain's Air.
Okay, I am Robin Goldsby. I am the CEO of Rain's Air. I started business officially, legally, I guess you want to
I
say
got you.
that, registered uh, last May. But I've been making custom units for about 3 years. Uh, I graduated from UCA
Go Bears.
with a degree, yes, in health education. But you know how that goes. Sometimes you can't find a job, so you have to rely on other things to make you money.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily, uh, my side hustle turned into my job.
Oh, great. Okay. So tell me what made you want to do it because so for those of y'all who did not know, go to UCA and don't know Robin before she launched her empire. Robin was known as a dancer. Robin, like she said, she graduated with health education. So I'm curious, and also she was known for like going live on doing her makeup. So
Yeah,
I'm curious at what made you like pivot to even start getting into hair.
I've been in here all my life.
Really?
My mom is a beautician. Yeah. Um, Started us out in the shop young. I started out with braids, first braids, and then I went to crochet sets, body wraps. You know, before we went to the party, slap a perm on and throw some rolls in, some tracks or something. But I got into wigs about 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it was just something, that I was like, I'm tired of doing my hair every day and I have been wearing them since hair is growing.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I just love changing the look. If I want to wear pink hair, I wear pink hair. If I want to have a bob, I have a bob. If I want some hair down to my kneecaps, I have that hair down to my kneecaps. It's just a personality thing.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, if you just get a chance to express yourself either way you want, from short hair to long hair, colored hair, curly hair, afro hair. You know, it's just a lot
Mm-hmm.
you can do. So I got started with that. Um, Really, it was a hobby at first, just to see if I could do it.
Mm-hmm.
But then people start asking me if I could make them one. And I was like, no, because I didn't believe in myself as much as I do now. But now it's on up from here.
So so let's back up for a second because you said you've been doing hair basically your whole life. So this is like you said like how old were you? Like 4, 5, 6?
Mama had me in the shop early,
Mm-hmm.
but I learned how to braid hair on a Bratz doll. Sorry, that's when Bratz dolls first came out. They had the little mannequin head,
Mm-hmm.
and I told my mom I wanted to learn how to braid. So I used to just practice on my mannequin head, and then I had to be like 10. I want to say, but I didn't start doing my own braids until I was like 13. So I've been doing and planning hair forever.
Mm-hmm. So did you start like braiding your roommate's hair in college? Do you have siblings? Like
Everybody
sisters?
here.
Like everybody?
Yeah, I have a sister, but she was a girly girl, and
Mm-hmm.
she didn't let me play in her hair. But I had cousins, sisters, cousins, friends. When I got to college,
Mm-hmm.
especially, that's when my braiding really took off because people was like, I didn't know you braided. Can
Mm-hmm.
you do me some Senegalese twists? Can you do this box braid? And it went from there. After college, that's when I really, really tapped into weave.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I never really was a big weave person because I always had, my own hair. So it's just convenient and something new. So I decided to tap in and see could I conquer it. So far, so good.
Mm-hmm. So where did you get the confidence, like to say, because in my mind, you've been doing it since you were young. You've been doing it for over 10 years at this point. Damn near 20 years, and and then you saying you're not confident enough to do a wig for other people.
Because it was something new. It was
Mm-hmm.
something new, and no one really was wearing wigs back then,
Mm-hmm.
especially not in college. Everyone was into sewing, so I had to try to
Right.
learn to sew in. Wigs became more popular about 3 to 4, maybe 5 years ago. In my head, they became more popular.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it just went from there because it's like when you making a unit for someone, you have to know their hair measurement. You don't know if they have a long neck, short neck. You don't know if they hair wide, if they got thick hair. You just don't know. So it's like a playing field. But if someone sends you their measurements, then you can kind of go off that, play with it.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, if it doesn't fit, you always can bring it back. That's my policy. Um, I pride myself on customer service.
Mm-hmm.
So if my customer is somewhat unhappy, unsatisfied, which I don't have many, 99.9% of the time,
Mm-hmm.
they're all happy with their unit and say it fits good. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
proud of that for that aspect that I have more ups than downs.
Got you. So tell me about. So when did you graduate from college?
I graduated in 2015.
So 2015. So 2015, graduate with your health education degree. You think you finna conquer the world. They finna be knocking on your door. You finna turn in your resume. You finna get a job. And like walk me through like what that time was like that led you to
Whew.
do the hair as a
Yeah,
side hustle. Like walk me
just
through
say
that
forget it.
period.
Okay. 2015, I stayed in Conway for another year.
Hmm.
Then I moved to Houston in 16. And I got out there and it was just like culture shock. It's a lot of people, a lot of different races and everything else. When I got out there, I was mostly braiding. I haven't tapped into the weave yet.
Hmm.
I got engaged that same year on New Year's Eve, 16. I moved back to Arkansas in 17, and it just made sense, to move back when I'm getting married.
Hmm.
Got married at 18, and I was working at Walmart. Um, then I said, I'm sick of Walmart. They not paying me enough.
Uh huh.
And that's where I started it. The girls there started noticing, my wigs and stuff. It's like, do you make it for everybody? I said, no, I don't. I'm
Hmm.
not yet. So then I quit Walmart and I went to allergy. I did allergy for about a year,
Hmm.
allergy testing at a clinic, and I I liked the job. I didn't have a boss. That was the best thing. I didn't have a boss on site.
Uh huh.
So it was just me and another coworker. So when I would go around the clinic, the nurses would ask, do you do wigs? And I said, I might as well, try.
Hmm.
And I would let them know, hey, this is my first time or I haven't did many. but I'll give you a discount, on how
How much you
for
charging
me
for that first
doing it.
wig?
$65.
$65. Is that so? I'm a guy. So
65.
help me out. Is that a lot?
That
Is that a
is
little?
cheap.
That's very cheap. Okay, cool.
That is so cheap. And
Mhm.
I low at first I wait, when I first started, I was charging 50. And I said I can go up to 65.
Mhm.
Then 75. And then my friends were getting on me because it's like, girls, people out here charging $200 and what are you doing? You losing money.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, let me tap into my area
Mhm.
and see, who's making what, and let's compare prices. I'm the underdog, of course, because I'm new. So let me come in at a reasonable price. I do charge one. I start at 125 for construction only. That's me, not supplying hair or anything like that. But um, getting back to how I got into it, I quit the allergy lab. Quit. It
Wait.
was
Wait? When did you say like, okay, I'm gonna quit? Because was the algae lab paying you like what,
the
12,
allergy
13, 14,
15
$15 an
$15 an
hour?
hour. But while I was in allergy, I was back then I was hand stitching units. So I would be on my breaks, in between clients, stitching and throwing them in my bag because you never know who could walk in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I worked there for about a year and then kind of like got on my feet more. Then I was like, oh, I'm tired of driving to Camden. It's an hour drive. It's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me, please, Lord, get a job with the state. I worked for the state
Okay.
for a year. And then I got pregnant with my daughter. And then I hated it. I
Hated
hated it.
hated working for
I
the state?
hated the, I hated working for the state.
Why?
I hated it because it was I did inspections on big chemical companies,
Mm-hmm.
and of course I was pregnant, so I had to just walk the whole facility,
Mm-hmm.
examine stuff. It was some stuff, it's just a lot to be not getting paid for.
Mm.
Oh, this job probably was worth $30 or $40 an hour, and they was not paying $30 or $40 an hour. So it's like it's not worth it. I used to come home crying. So I prayed. I was like, Lord, please, let my talent take over. I don't want to work. I talked to my husband about quitting every day, and then he finally said, "Okay, you pregnant? Just whatever you want to do. I'm gonna give you 3 months." So I quit my job September 19th.
Mm-hmm.
I started taking myself more seriously in October. So I had October, November, December. Those are my 3 months to show him that I could do something,
Okay.
bring in some type of income. So by December 31st, I had already made over 75 wigs. January came back around.
Huh, wait. Seven, 75 wigs in 3 months.
75 in 3 months. Yeah.
Was your daughter here?
She was here and I was breastfeeding.
So you telling me for 12 for about 12 weeks, you doing roughly 4 or 5 wigs a week. You're breastfeeding more than that? More than
Sometimes I can get constructed. I can make a unit in 15 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes. I can make a unit. That's because I took time and invested in myself and now I do them on the sewing machine and it's
mm,
faster. So me pushing it through the machine helps me save my hands because
right.
you know I didn't want to keep doing this motion. So now I'm literally pushing it through the machine.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the machine doesn't break down on me or anything, which I have had that happen, and it
Mm-hmm.
happened during my sale. But I pushed through,
Uh-huh.
and
Okay.
it's not bad. But I did what I had to do to stay at home. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So at this, so wait, so I'm making sure I'm following you
We,
closely, because you said, so you were
I
working,
quit my job.
because you were working there, you were on your feet, you were walking all over the place. They were what's the call, overworking and underpaying you,
Oh, yes.
and you was completely like unhappy, like this isn't what I thought it was gonna be, and but at the same time, while this is all going on, clearly your hair business is like well, not hair business, your hair hustle at this point.
Hmm.
Your hair hustle is building up. You're getting orders. You're charging a little bit more, so you are investing in the sewing machine so that you can still
Hmm.
have your hands and all this. And then when you reached your breaking point at the job, you said, "All right, I'm a put the rubber to the road and start building."
Yeah, basically, yes. And I worked in my office. I mean, I was the only black, and I was the only young black female. Uh, I had an elderly Caucasian lady. She's like, "You change your hair so much. What do you do?" I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Well, I wear wigs." She's like, "That's the wig you got on?" She's like, "How much money can you make off that?" I was like, "Well, I can make it." I said, "It depends on how many I can do, honestly." And I said, she's like, "So if you quit your job today, could you make more money than you make here now?" I told her, "Yeah." I was believing in myself, and she was like, "Girl, quit that job." Said, "You pregnant? You finna have a baby? You need to be at home with that baby." And I was like, "Well, yes, it's true, but what about insurance? Stuff like that."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Luckily, my husband has insurance, and then I could quit.
Right. Right.
So once I quit the job and had my daughter, I had my daughter May 19. I quit September. I went. I had. I was on leave for about 12 weeks. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Came back, cried every day.
Now,
Worked 2 weeks and quit.
wow. So wait, were you still doing hair and stuff while you were on leave, or did you take that break
I
too?
I took a 6 week break because you got to get used to the new baby
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. But then I was like, I'm ready. Y'all come on, bring me your hair. At this point, I wasn't selling hair. I was just still constructing units. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't start selling or making units with my own hair until October, November ish,
Mm-hmm.
because that's a trial and error thing. Um, let's just say you have to spend a lot of money to make money.
True. True.
Uh, I spent and lost money because some hair that I received in was trash, some was good, but I'm
Okay.
not.
Wait. Wait. I want to back up before we get into that. That because it sounds like that conversation with that woman was like
Push me over.
the light bulb that's like, you know what? Forget this job.
Hmm.
Just forget this.
Forget this job.
What
I like
was the lady at work, or was she like a family friend, like a close family friend?
She worked with me. She's in her 60s. She's only working just for a what is it?
Mm-hmm.
She retired and she came back to work just to be around people. She doesn't have any kids or anything like that. So she's like,
That's
"Girl, quit."
interesting. That somebody
Hmm.
that's at the job, I would think, some people, well, not
Hmm.
everybody, but some people are just like, well, no, just stay here. It's a it's safer to do this
Hmm.
and do that. But she said, "Sweetie, listen, go, go,
Quit.
go, quit. Do what makes you happy."
Yeah. I mean, she was just there just for people wise. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the best thing about working with the state, um, is lenient when you need to take leave,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't pay you how you should be paid. So
Right.
if I was working right now with my degree with being health education and public health, I could
Mm-hmm.
probably be making good money because
Oh,
of the
yeah,
pandemic.
because it's a whole pandemic, right?
But God works in mysterious ways. He will push you and make you uncomfortable enough so that you can use your talent. It's nowhere in the Bible where it say go get a degree. Nowhere in the Bible.
Not say anything wrong with college, but don't
It's
say
not
nothing.
nothing wrong with college. He said he will allow your talents
Mm-hmm.
to overflow. So me, the 14-year-old me would never thought that I would be an entrepreneur. The 14-year-old me said, hey, by 30, you're going to be making this money, going to have this car, no kids, you're not going to be married, just going to travel the world, blah, 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 blah. Life don't work like that.
And here you are, married, entrepreneur, whole mom out here.
Yeah, all of that. But me quitting my job in 2019 was a blessing. It's less stress. I'm at home.
Mm-hmm.
No daycare costs for a 1-year-old. Um, I couldn't ask for better. I'm free to go when I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to be on no one's schedule but mine. If I want to work today, I can work today. If I don't, I don't. It's beneficial being your own boss, but the only side thing is being your own boss, you have to be everything. You have to be the manager. You have to be the financial person. You have to be the bookkeeper,
Yeah.
the promoter, the
Yeah.
marketer, all that. And the sale, that sale really
Right.
made me a better person because it taught me patience
Mm-hmm.
and to still work fast, but you know, take my time and please my customer.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the show. But I have a question for you. If you're listening to this podcast and you're hearing the gems being dropped, you're hearing the stories, and you're being inspired, and you say, you know what? I'm ready to create my version of the good life. If that's the case, then I highly recommend that we start working together. And so I want to invite you, for being a listener of the podcast, to a free strategy call with yours truly. And in that strategy call, what we're going to do is to help you really identify what it is that you're trying to do in your personal and your professional life. Help you identify the problems that you have to overcome to make that happen. And then we're going to put together a strategy so that you can go out and create that version of the good life. All right. So if you're really interested, if you're serious and you're interested in creating that version of good life and taking those steps, what I want you to do is to visit www.kameronlovelace.com/strategy and sign up for your personal Zoom call today. All right. Enjoy the rest of the episode. Right. So, so walk me through that transitional period because you said your husband you said 3 months, and in 3 months
3 months.
you sold 75 wigs for different services at different prices, different whatever it
Hmm.
may be. But you said, boom, I have a result. I can do this.
Yeah.
So walk
Yeah.
me through that transition, like you were kind of talking earlier, from hustle to business. Cause I imagine now it like your mindset is changing to be like more disciplined or to be
Hmm.
more motivated instead of necessarily waking up, being on Instagram,
Oh, I
being on
gotta do this.
Facebook, being on YouTube. It's like, okay,
But those things help me.
okay, walk me
Those things have helped me
walk me through
too.
that.
Instagram, Facebook. When you're on the internet or put yourself out there on the internet, um, it brings more traffic. You see different things, different techniques, different styles. I have so many screenshots in my phone of wigs that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try that. It pushes you and motivates you
Uh huh.
to want to try different stuff. Like this year, or this summer especially, I plan on getting to all the crazy colors. I want to become a colorist. Um,
Mm.
so that brings in a different crowd of people. You got
Mhm.
your natural people, and then you got people that like to try exotic colors and different looks. So I'm trying to tap in more
Mhm.
on the color sides, not just the reds and blacks and the highlights and stuff. I want to do like yellows, purples, pinks, all that. So this summer, that's what I plan to bring
Mm.
to my business. Just on this, I like the bright colors, like
Right.
stuff like that.
So so who was your initial like target, or did you just have like regular customers coming in? Because like when you think about starting a
Mhm.
business, people say think about your avatar, the person who you want to sell for. So obviously for you it would be, I guess, black women between the ages of, let's say, 21,
I've done
30. So walk me through that.
um the average customer age is probably around 18, 19 through
Mm-hmm.
oh 50
Mm.
roughly, but the main era, 18 through 30
Mm-hmm.
is that's who comes. My target audience when I first got started was on the more affordable side, so I tried to be as affordable, which I still am. I say I am. I mean, I am.
You say yes. What
I
the
say
customers say.
I am. They say I'm still cheap.
Mm.
Um, because competition wise, this is someone else here, but she's been in business over. She's an actual cosmetologist. I'm just a wig designer. Um, no, I didn't go to school for it. It's something that I just picked up. So,
Mm-hmm.
not saying that I'm targeting the more expensive people because they come too. But I was trying to be more affordable for the area that I'm in because I'm in a rural area at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
I see myself bigger, Texas, somewhere else
Okay.
in the future. But at the moment, I'm in a small town, so you got to be affordable for the people that's here locally.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's before I put myself on the internet. Now, since I'm on the internet, people I get orders from uh, South Carolina, California, Illinois, New Jersey. I've touched a couple of states. I'm planning on touching all 50. I even had an inquiry from Canada and
Mm.
South Africa, but I
Let's
have to
go.
figure out. Yeah, I'm trying to be international.
Let's go. I'm here for it.
So I get a couple of them. They ask me, can I ship overseas?
Mm-hmm.
Because some women are military. Um, I have to figure that out because price wise, it costs more to ship there than it would
And the
in
actual,
the
yeah.
US. Yeah, I've even gotten people from the island, so it's coming. It's coming. Back to me quitting my job and having the 3 months he gave me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
January 2020, I only sold 3 weeks.
Okay. Wait. So
So
you
I was
saying you went
like,
from a hot
booming.
boom, 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 nothing,
The
crickets.
skirt. Hold on,
You
hold
thought,
on.
like you thought.
You thought, yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
said, God, what you do?
Mm-hmm.
What you do? I was just booming. Here come January. It's a drought. Okay, my mom, working as a cosmetologist for over 30 years, said that the J months are dry months. So I'm listening.
Mm.
J months are dry because after January you have went through November and December, so holidays. You
Yeah,
spent all your money basically at Christmas. So January come
that's true.
around, people waiting on their taxes.
Mm.
So February I picked back up and I made 50,
Mm-hmm.
50 wigs. And it just kept going from there. February, the pandemic hit in March 2020.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh Lord, what do I need to stop or keep going or what? They kept ordering. The pandemic didn't stop nothing. It actually picked it up because people were not going to the salon. They didn't.
Mm.
And then, they're asking, do you do braids? I said, no, I don't do braids anymore. I can make you a wig. I said, it'll last you, if you take care of it, at
Mm-hmm.
least 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, for real? Do you put them on? Yeah, I can put it on for you. I'll braid your hair down for you. And it went from there. Uh, I had a motivated cousin in law.
Mm-hmm.
She helped push me because she started her business also in 19. Um, she has a clothing boutique called the Focus Boutique. So, two women entrepreneurs, young, black, in a small town. We don't have much to look at. We don't have many people that are willing to, tell us the business secret or
Mm-hmm.
how to keep going. So if I learn something, I'll tell it to her. If she learns something, she'll tell it to me. And then she's like, girl, if you don't get registered and become a business, you're doing good. So why not? I was like,
Mm.
oh, I don't know. I don't
Here comes the
see
fear again.
myself.
Here comes the fear again.
Yeah, but fear would break you,
Mm-hmm.
or it'll make you, put yourself out there. I mean, you put yourself out there, you'll never know if you fail or if you would succeed. Being scared is like being scared is basically like saying you don't trust yourself, you don't trust your gut, and you don't trust the plan that God has for you. So,
Wait, wait. She just she just dropped the bomb right now. She said fear is saying you don't trust yourself, you don't trust other people's faith in you, and you don't trust what God has for you.
because you hear it, you can hear when he talks to you.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear it. I mean, the way me and God talk is like a friend, like how I would talk to you, like, God, man, what's up? Hey, I know. Hey, come see me. Come talk to me. I ain't heard from you in a minute. What I need to do, help me out.
Mm-hmm.
So, you just have to have that relationship and hear him
Mm-hmm.
personally. But how I got through that sale, I went on a fast for Lent, till Easter. Some people fast for that period of time,
Yeah, yeah.
and I heard 9912. I was like, 9912. What numbers you give me?
Mm-hmm.
I just kept hearing it, 9912. So I was like, 12 weeks for $99,
Mm.
or
This is a wig.
or
This is for the wigs.
yeah,
Okay.
for the weeks. 12 weeks for $99? Or you saying construction, $99 for 12 hours? How you want me to do it?
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I had talked to some friends, and I was throwing ideas, and they was like, okay, 99.12. So this was April 2020. I had been talking about doing a sale, but I just didn't know what. So I was like, okay, I'll do a $99 sale
Mm-hmm.
for 12 hours. This is just me being obedient
Mm-hmm.
and listening. Because after this, he'll elevate me even more.
All right.
So I was like, when is the perfect time to do it? Black Friday. I was going to do it on my birthday, but then I said, no, that ain't good. I need traffic. So
Mm-hmm.
my post got shared a lot. People were talking word of mouth. And I ended up with, oh, the website. I was like, I need a website. I need to get online. I got
Wait,
online.
wait. At this, wait. So wait, wait. Back up. You saying you didn't even have a website?
Mm-mm. I didn't get my website until I launched on Black Friday. I didn't launch it until Black Friday. This is all word of mouth.
Okay.
And like I said, Facebook and Instagram helped me.
Okay. So you're saying you ran long. Not only were you doing your hustle, but when you officially launched your business in May, in the middle of a
Hmm.
pandemic, you didn't have a website, and you still had regular orders coming in,
Making
increasing,
50 to 60 wigs a month.
making 50, 60 wigs a month. No website, just you.
No website. And that kind of let me, I was like, I don't need no website. People, that was just for Arkansas, though.
Right.
That was a small pool. I don't want just Arkansas. I want the bigger states, surrounding areas. I want you to tell your friend out in Cali when you're on the beach and your hair flowing, where you get your hair from. You know, go to this website, order.
For those of
Mhm.
y'all who are listening, do you not realize she says she got, you don't have to have a website. You don't have to have the best, biggest, brightest thing to get started
No.
and then get rolling. Like you just gotta jump out on fear, get rolling, and then
Mhm.
but also know like to your market, because like you said, you didn't just jump out and do $300 sew in, $300 wig,
Mm-mm.
$100 this. Like you built a
Mm-mm.
relationship with your customers, and I'm guessing like you provided good service and learned your lesson
Mhm.
before like this sale.
Oh, it was a lot of lessons to learn because in a business, um, you're not gonna please everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna make everybody happy, regardless of how good you are or how people brag on you. It's always
Mm-hmm.
a Karen in
Not
a
a Karen.
situation. Yes, that's so picky or anything but I still
Mm-hmm.
how can I, you know, provide you with this service? What do you want me to change?
Mm-hmm.
I've only had out of me making wigs since October 19 up until now, probably only had about 5 people to really, really just say, hey, I'm not.
Not pleased with the service.
But they still keep their wigs, so you somewhat pleased. You're somewhat pleased, but 5 out of how many?
Mm-hmm.
At least over 400 wigs,
Yeah.
five. That's really good. So
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
Mm-hmm.
And I did do everything like marketing wise. Um, I didn't even have a logo or know where to start with the logo or anything. Colors, boxes.
Mm-hmm.
I was just shipping. The first wig that I ever made, I sold it for $200, and it was the 20-inch wig.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably only made $65 or $70 off of it because I had to spend, some amount of money
Mm-hmm.
to even get my supplies. So in the beginning, yes, I lost money, but I gained clients
Right.
because I am fast. I can get if I have it in stock. For one, I can get it out within 3 to 5 days.
Mm.
That's customized and everything boxed up. If you want it curled, cut, colored, or anything like that, I get it out with at least 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
But at the most, oh sorry, at the most, did that mess it up?
No, you good. Keep going.
Oh, my bad. At the most, 5 days. But if I don't have it in stock, I can always order and it'll get here within 5 days, and I'll try to have it out
Mm-hmm.
within those three. So that's how I got popular too. People's like, girl, you do this so fast. Usually take someone 2 weeks to give me my wig. I was like, no, if I got it here, I got to get it out of my house. That's the only way I'm gonna make money. So, you know, pushing, pushing, pushing. I
Right.
did uh really good during the pandemic. Uh, Sale wise, um, I touched a lot of people, different people in different states, and I'm still going. Nothing can stop me Even if I was down sick, I take a couple days off, which I don't get sick like that. Knock on wood.
Right.
Um, I don't get sick, so as long as I'm up, moving around, I'm working.
Okay.
It's
So
been some late nights, but you got to do that.
yeah. So before we get into the details of the sale, so I'm curious as to how you worked out like getting like your supplier, because I mean, do you say you Malaysian, you got Brazilian, do you got like like
It's
the supplier, all that?
WhatsApp helps a lot. But they'll slide in your DMs on Instagram and say, "Hey, we got hair." I did go to a hair show back in February of 2020
Mm-hmm.
before the pandemic hit, and I saw different vendors there for hair. And I also had a cousin that was already in the business. She's in Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
so she kind of steered me in the way. Um, she's a wig maker also.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of steered me in the way. To say, hey, this is how you check for good hair. This is how you check for bad hair.
But
If it curls,
what makes good hair from bad hair that you've learned?
plastic.
Mm,
Plastic is some vendors put fillers in their hair in
mm-hmm.
order for it to weigh a certain way. You and they might use, what is it called? They'll process it. So if you get a bundle,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't have, not in this room, um, it might look silky, it might feel good. After
Mm-hmm.
you wash it, it could just be frail and you'll be
Mm-hmm.
pissed off. And I lost money like that because, that's back before the pandemic hit, it was a little cheaper, to buy hair.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, of course, since the pandemic hit, they didn't raise their prices because they had to make that money too.
Of course.
Um, I have gotten hair that when I hit it with the flat iron, it just shrivel up. You know, I've gotten hair that didn't color.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you have to test it out, wash it, dye it. I mean, wear it first of all. I've
Right.
worn hair for months to see how it does because I'm not putting my name on anything bad, not sending it out or nothing. Wash it, wear it, test it out, color it, heat test it, all that.
Mm-hmm.
If it did not pass, check the ends, make sure they're not split or how, it flows after you
Mm-hmm.
flat iron it. You have to use product.
Stiff
It's just
wear.
a lot,
Stiff wear.
it's still wear. And that, I've been through that. So I know um I'm planning on releasing raw hair this year. Hopefully within what's this? Hopefully by April or May.
Mm-hmm.
I might release it in May since that's the anniversary. For the raw hair, that's like top quality.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I've been wearing that hair for about 10 months, so I know the product.
Yeah, that's good
So
quality.
no one can come and say, "Hey, I dyed this and it burnt up on me, started smoking." I was like, know what products did you use? Did you go to a professional or did I know about the product. So,
Mm.
and their hair comes in uh, up to 30 inches. So,
Mm. What's the longest you got right now?
30 inches. I have 30. Haven't, I really don't have people that say that they want 40 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but,
Is 40 inches like the Cardi B, Nicki Minaj length?
down to your kneecaps
Oh
and
yeah,
ankles. Yeah,
no.
this
I,
that's a no for me. Unless somebody specifies that they want some extra long hair.
mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily have that on hand like that because who who's gonna buy it unless it's a special occasion. Most people tend to do long hair or color hair during their birthdays or
Mm-hmm.
a special event, like maybe All Star Weekend, you want to slang, you know, be out there like that. But I personally, I only carry between 14 and 24 inches on hand,
Mm-hmm.
typically. And that's in different patterns because I have a lot of patterns. I have straight, deep wave, body wave, uh, Brazilian curly, tropical deep wave, loose curly. So that's
Mm-hmm.
7. Um, what else? Kinky curly. Uh, I have to think of Italian wave.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 9 that I can think of right now.
Full blown service. Okay. So before we get into the sale, because I am interested in the sale and how that whole process went for you.
Hmm.
Um, Walk me through how jumping into entrepreneurship has affected your marriage. Like, what adjustments have you had to make? Have Because I know, like, it's a whole different world when a spouse
Yeah.
you come in. Oh yeah, we both gonna work. We gonna work 9 to 5. You got your insurance. We got 401k, and now here you come in saying,
I'm quitting.
"I'm quitting." You what? This not
Oh,
this
I got
this
the
not what we signed up for in premarital
exact
counseling.
face. That exact face. You what?
Exactly. So
Um.
talk about that process.
Uh, he. Luckily, I have an understanding and supportive husband. Because
Mm-hmm.
anyone else probably would have been like, no, I don't care what you say. No. Um. I came from an entrepreneur background, like parent,
Mm-hmm.
and his parents worked. So it's just like
Mm.
we have a mixture.
Mm-hmm.
Um, his mom didn't even understand why I quit at
Yeah,
first, but
foreign language.
yeah, it's foreign language to her. But when I told my mom, I want to quit, she was like, okay, what's your business plan? How you gonna execute?
Mm-hmm.
Type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to my husband, I guess he really got tired of me saying it too. Because
Saying
I
what?
said it every day. I'm quit. I'm turning my notice. I just, oh, I hate to hear it. And then me being pregnant didn't help because I would come home and cry. So
Mm.
it was showing him like, man, she really do, want to quit. But um, I was only making 30,000 a year with the state,
Yeah.
and that's really not money at all.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did, I calculated all our bills, any debt. I
Mm-hmm.
said this is what we owe, this is how much we're gonna have left over in a month, and I really could stay at home
Mm-hmm.
and make. I wasn't honestly, I wasn't expecting to take off like I did, but I just wanted to be at home with my daughter for at least the first year. Then I would have went back to work, but I don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
He, uh, I ran the numbers through him, and he was like, "Okay, I'm not too sure about this because every man wants to feel secure, even and be like the big breadwinner, and doesn't want his family to struggle at all."
Yeah.
So I do give him. I understood why he was kind of iffy about it at first because he doesn't necessarily know how entrepreneurship works,
Yeah.
or but he believed in me, so I owed him the respect to show him that I could do it. So when he said 3 months, I was like, 3 months? Are you kidding me? 3 months is not a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, if you don't have it up and running by December, January, you should, start looking for a job.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, I was like,
Challenge.
job what?
You took that as a
Ooh,
challenge.
okay. I love when you challenge me because
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show you. You can't tell me what I can't do. Type
Mm.
stuff. Which 9 times out of 10, uh, he's good and supportive on that end.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he even suggests stuff. Wait, this side bonnets. Like I
Mm-hmm.
have bonnets now. He's like, you need to add something to your business. So
Look at him
yeah,
coming
shout
up
out
with
to
plans.
him. Yeah, he's in IT,
Mm-hmm.
so it was a little cushion there, and then I had money saved, so it was cushion there also to help me get started. Because I didn't necessarily want to take money out of our household trying to build a business.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was the money that I made constructing it, I saved um, and put it up and did research. It's late nights, early mornings, getting up, researching how can I get in touch with this vendor and all that. And I
Mm-hmm.
had mapped out everything, and I had to. He's a visual person, so I had to take it to him and show him like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I found this one. This how much they charge. I can get this for this price. I can make it. And I can flip it and sell it for this price. You know, just give me time. And me showing him from October to December
Mm-hmm.
was him, pushing me, motivating me, and it showed him, hey, she just not gonna sit on her. Can I say the A word?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know if I can say she's not gonna just sit. I'm just gonna say, but she's not gonna sit on her butt, which he
Mm-hmm.
already knew that because we met in college and he saw me hustling then, working 2 jobs and a side hustle. So
Mm-hmm.
um, it's always been there. He has always necessarily believed in me with when I say I'm gonna do something
Mm-hmm.
big. He doesn't, no, don't do that. He never downplays me or anything. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's basically a trust thing that you got to have with your partner. Because if he doesn't trust you, it's not like gonna work business aspect wise because it's just it can be up or down. Like I said, I from October to December I made like 75 weeks, and boom, January come on and made three,
Three.
three or four.
Yeah.
And he looking at me, I'm looking at him.
Right.
What can you do? But I kept putting myself out there, and eventually it helped itself
Mm-hmm.
without that website. So uh, since he's IT, he built my website for me,
Mm-hmm.
and on Shopify, which I like Shopify because they give you all your analytics. It shows you where people are looking at your stuff,
Mm-hmm.
most viewed items, and everything else. He built my website for me, and he even helps me stock and package. Like
He's all
he my
in.
assistant. Yeah, he need to be on payroll.
Go ahead, break him off. Well,
He
he.
need to be on payroll, but he helps me out a lot,
Mm-hmm.
especially with our 1 year old
Mm-hmm.
because she even tries to help, and I'm like, girl, not yet. It's not your time. My business is named after her. Um, her name is Charlie Rain, and
Mm-hmm.
Rain, you can see, yeah, Rain means to hold a position of king or queen, and says you're the next up as an heir. That's
Mm-hmm.
the heir part. So I'm building this business for her because in today's time, I wish I had someone to have started me out
Mm-hmm.
with something. Us as blacks don't always have a silver spoon in our mouth.
Yeah.
So that's something that I always wanted for my own kid. So I'm building her a business to leave her and just create generational wealth because if it don't start with me, who is gonna start with? So you gotta start somewhere.
I love it. I love it because you doing all this because you saying because there's
Mhm.
somebody watching this that is thinking about stepping out, that's thinking about jumping into dreams,
Do
but
it.
what there's that, but their spouse isn't. They see the talent, they see the potential, but they ain't 100% on board, and they listen to this and they're like, okay, I need to come with a plan. I need to do this,
Mhm.
do that, and keep in mind, maybe you don't realize this, but maybe you do. But you're doing all this within your first year of being married.
Mhm.
Really, how old is Charlie? Going on 2, or is she already 2?
Yeah, she'll be 2 in May.
So she's going on. So first time mom, first
Mhm.
raising a young kid through all of this, and first year in business, like all this is going on, and you're handling it extremely well. And also, and I love the concept of the name because literally, like every time you look at it, it's like a reminder of why you're doing it,
Mhm.
and that why is gonna
Mhm.
keep pushing you through it. So I love that. Okay, so the sale. So you fasted.
Yeah.
Make sure we go back to the sale. Hit that because that. So you fasted for Lent. So
I
that's
fasted
40
for
days.
Lent.
That's
Yeah, for
40 days.
40 days.
That,
And
mm-hmm.
the sale, oh, when I heard those numbers, I said, I know you lying. I'm not gonna make no money. I'm not gonna make no money having $99.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you tripping, guy. And he was like, girl, if you don't do that. See, I told you that's how I hear him.
Right, right. No, you good.
He's like, girl, if you don't do what I told you to, you gonna forget it. I mean, you gonna regret it.
Mm-hmm.
When I moved to Houston, I didn't move when I heard him say move. And I said I would never in life not listen on the
Mm-hmm.
first time again because I had to learn a different lesson out there
Mm-hmm.
when I did move.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do whatever you tell me to do at this point because I know you're gonna bless me in the end. So got somebody. Um, One of his cousins is a digital designer, so she made my logo and she did the flyer for my sale.
Mm-hmm.
So put the flyer out probably a couple days before the sale because I was like, I don't want people inboxing me talking about can I buy it now.
Mm-hmm.
Put it out a couple days before, and I launched my website that morning at 9 o'clock. And on Shopify, it allows you to see the United States map.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, it'll tell you where people are logging in at. So when I got on there, I was like, okay, promote it on Instagram and Facebook. You know, it's live,
Did you use
and
ads or
it
no?
started. I I used the ad a couple days before.
Mm-hmm.
I only ran it for like 2 days, but it got a number of views. So um, started lighting up everywhere. It kind of had me excited. Then when you hear that ching ching
Ching,
sound,
ching, ching, ching.
I was like, okay, somebody just bought a wig. Somebody else just bought one. Okay, let me sit here and just watch it. Me watching it made me anxious, so I was like, I'm not gonna watch it no more. So, of course, in between time, I would get on Facebook and say, okay, it's only 5 hours left, 3 hours left, 30 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and people would go on there. So I was only expecting to get about 50 wigs because, not many people knew about me. I wasn't on the net like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
You just launched your website a couple days before.
no, I just launched it that morning.
Oh, the website just been launched
the
for the
the
sale.
website launched for the sale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I logged in and kind of like as a customer and picked through like I was shopping to make sure it worked,
Mm-hmm.
but everything was rolling. Um, it launched that morning from 9 to 9, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, leave it open for a little while longer. I said, I can't do that because by 9 o'clock p.m. I had over 125, 35 wigs. I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting it. I was only expecting 50, and I only had enough hair in to do 50 wigs. So
Mm.
I was like, I'm gonna work on these. I
Mm-hmm.
already had some made up, which, the average size head for y'all listening out there is a 22-inch circumference. That's the average size.
Okay.
And not many people know that. It goes from 21. Sometimes you do have little heads out there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Start at 20, and I can go up until 24 or 25. Um, I have had 24 and 25-inch heads before. No, those are bigger. So they pick their size, where you want your part,
Mm-hmm.
um, and whatever unit you want. Or if you want a custom one, you have to message me through Facebook, email, or Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
People that tend to go to my personal page, messages get lost. So hold on, let me grab the charger real quick.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Don't want it to die in the middle of the podcast.
Try my best to provide the best customer service. So sorry, let me catch my breath.
Take your
Woo!
time.
Had to run. um, I pride myself on customer service. That's how I build my business and
Mm-hmm.
gaining trust. So the sale, I oh my goodness, it was. I didn't get a Black Friday hit.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered more hair, so I didn't get that into December 8th, and I did ship out some wigs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in order for those to go ahead and get out, right? But I guess people thought that they were pre-made wigs, but I make all my wigs
Handmade.
on the machine. I make them all. So I'm talking about that's busting the bundle down,
Right.
sewing it through, the whole process. I make them all by hand. I'm not a machine. I have a machine, but I'm not a machine.
All right.
I'm a mom, a wife, so I have to balance household with business. So, in those two aspects, sometimes they do collide a little bit because I'm a mom and a wife first,
Mm-hmm.
and I do have a business, so I have to balance them out. Or my husband helps a lot with our daughter because sometimes she tries to come help me, and it's not help. It's more of you, okay, baby, go sit down. Like
Of
the mama
course.
work. But balancing those two, I had to learn that also because sometimes the business will take over the household, and sometimes the household take over the business. So
Mm-hmm.
at some point, you got to say, okay, I'm just gonna work from 9 to 5
Mm-hmm.
and cut everything off. But with the sale, I had my husband working, I had my niece working. I had bought an extra sewing machine just in case because
Mm-hmm.
it did go down.
Yeah.
So I have three.
Mm-hmm.
Um, whew, it was a lot, and I thank my clients so much for being patient with me during that time, but some weren't. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I've been waiting a month and I still haven't got my wig. I said, okay, it's a process. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I don't know what time you ordered because I was going in order of however they ordered. If you ordered at 7:30 p.m., um, that means you're at the back. It
Yeah.
means you're number 112 instead
Right.
of number 13.
Right.
That's the way I chose to do it. It was that part was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you have to control the situation and the clients. You have to still make them happy, but not get stressed out in the
Mm-hmm.
whole sense.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot, but I did it. Not gonna do it again anytime soon. Not that cheap. At
Yeah.
least not that cheap. But because I honestly did, I honestly missed out on a couple thousand if I would have did it for, at least half price. But me doing it for $99 was just me being obedient. You have to be obedient
Mm-hmm.
and listen.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I still made money, but it wasn't a lot necessarily. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, and me working from December because I just finished about 2 weeks ago. With all 135 shipped out, make sure everybody happy, and I took a break.
Yeah.
So I just finished that at the beginning of no, right after Valentine's Day. I sent out my last order, which time wise, that's good. 2.5 months
Mm-hmm.
is good for that amount of custom orders.
Mm-hmm.
Mine, I had to cut. It was all bobs.
Mm-hmm.
So we had some asymmetrical bobs, and bang bobs, and blunt cut bobs mainly. I didn't do color on the sale because that would have took longer. Um, and it was just a balance thing. Had to find time for my family and myself. So,
Mm-hmm.
and sleep.
Oh yeah, can't forget about that.
So
So,
it was pretty straightforward. Just go ahead and get it done. I wanted to get it done because I want to get back to regular life.
yeah.
um, me being working from December to February, December. That's 2 months without me bringing in the income,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Yeah.
Even though I probably made that income on Black Friday, but still,
That means that you're growing. That
yeah.
mean that means that it's time to level up. But that's
Oh, I am.
oh yeah, I already know. You talking about going international, so I know you headed in the
Yeah.
right direction.
I
Um
don't only do units for our culture. I've done weeks for Caucasians also. So
mhm.
if I could, that's another world. If
Right.
I could tap into those, which I have a couple loyal clients, um, which and they tell their friends,
Mhm.
and Facebook groups help me out also. So just put yourself out there. They'll inbox you if they like your work. They definitely will inbox
Right, right. Man, I love it. I love the journey. I love the process that you've gone through, and it really speaks to those people who are like scared to get started, or they're
you.
afraid, or they just don't know what to do. It really speaks to that. So let's because I want to make sure that you have enough time to go tend to your daughter and all that good stuff.
Hmm.
So I got two questions left. Well, two things left. The first one is what's next for you? What's next for Rain
Next,
Hair? Mm-hmm.
um, I plan on adding more products like lashes, beauty scrubs, and things like that in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But at what's happening within the next month or so is the color. I'm adding the um, colored wigs to my site,
Mm-hmm.
and also I want to add clothing. Well, stuff with my logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I want to add things with my logo on it. I've already added the bonnets. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
they're silk. Silk bonnets,
Mm-hmm.
and it has the logo, and this is the inside of it.
Ooh.
Um,
Okay.
which I've tested these out, and I have a big head, and they don't come off from mine.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've added that. I'm planning on adding more stuff with my logo. So you are your brand, and you
Mm-hmm.
put your brand on everything. So if I could put on a t-shirt, I will. Um, what else? Color. Uh, I'm going to eventually kind of iffy about doing installs at the moment because of the coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have certain people that I do installs for. Um, I just want my name out there big
Mm-hmm.
in the lights. Maybe I can be like the next uh Kendra's boutique, or how she's from Little Rock, but
Mm-hmm.
she made it. She made it out. Um, Maybe even open up my own uh beauty supply store one day. I don't know. I just have to put it in the works and pray on it. But
Yeah.
for the most part, coming soon will be the raw hair
Mm-hmm.
and the colored wigs.
Love it. Love it. Okay. So takes and you're gonna be international.
And yeah,
Gotta
in
be
Jesus' name.
international. Okay.
International. I'm going to ship because you got to speak it as it is. I'm going to ship my first um international wig this year.
Boom.
Going to do that.
Boom. We're gonna do it. Talk to the people who are watching this, who are thinking about launching, their hair business, or thinking about stepping out on faith, stepping out into a dream. Talk to the people. Last words of encouragement for you to give them.
Okay, I would say if you have a vision, write it down, make it plain. Habakkuk 2:2, that's the Bible verse that I go by. I mean, it says, write down your vision, make it plain upon tables so that they can see it. I'm quoting it,
Mm-hmm.
but you can look it up. Habakkuk 2:2, that's what I pride my business on. I wrote down the vision for Rain's Air. Um, I wrote out a small business plan. You never know which way you're going to go with it or how it's going to go until you try. So try at least. Um, don't talk to dream killers because they'll get you down more than people lift you up. And it can be one person. Sorry, it can be one person to say, well, such and such over here doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's hundreds of bread companies. It's a whole lot of restaurants selling the same thing. Can they do it like me?
Mm-hmm.
And tell them, go about their business. I always believe in yourself. If you hear it first, God put the idea in your head for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
and He wants you to execute it and put it out into the world. So, um, believe in yourself, believe in your dream, know your product, do your research for one. Don't sell, be out here selling junk.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you test it out, and have a great support system. Like I said, a dream killer or a person that doesn't even understand the entrepreneur mindset will get you down, get you some people, sorry, that know business, um, to help keep you motivated. I have a friend all the way in New York, and I met her on Instagram. She didn't know me, I didn't know her, and I had to ask her, where did she get her boxes from? Because that's the type of box that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't hesitate, to this day, if I need any help or anything like that. Her name is Bria Mia. She's on Instagram. Very sweet. You know, just a stranger would treat you better than a, someone that you thought was your friend, basically. Um, just stay motivated. Look for inspiration. Take it one day at a time. And execute it. Write it down and execute it. That's all I have to say.
There we go. Um, where can people find you? Where can people find Rain to Air and solicit your services?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at Rains Air, Facebook Rains Air with the apostrophe. This is just like you see,
Mm-hmm.
in my logo. Um, I do custom wigs. You can go on my website and order any wig on there. That's www.rainsair.com. Um, If you need help with a head measurement, I can send you a video through email, Facebook, or Instagram on how to do it, because that's important. I do offer wig construction services with your own hair, and you can mail that in to me at P.O. Box 11596 in El Dorado, Arkansas, and just address it to Robin or Rain's Heir, and I'll get it. Um, Also, you can email me any inquiries, but I will say Facebook and Instagram, I can respond faster because I get that notification faster. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Uh, Here's one uh, of my units that's going out today. This is
That one's already sold.
yeah, it's already sold. This is Rain, and the customer wanted highlights added to her. So she's going out today to her new mommy, and it's a closure unit.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Brazilian curly, and you can find this on my website also.
There it is. All right. Robin, thank you for joining the show, telling your story, dropping all the gems for those people who are, aspiring entrepreneurs and maybe
Mm-hmm.
afraid to step out on faith. I think this was just a phenomenal episode, not just for the audience, but it was one for me too. So,
Me too.
right. So, for those of y'all watching on YouTube, those of y'all watching on Facebook, go ahead and smash that like button. You know how the kids do. You know all the, you know how we do
Yeah.
it. Go ahead, subscribe, and share this with somebody who really needs this, because this was a great, phenomenal episode. If you're listening to this on iTunes, go ahead and hit that 5-star review and leave us a review. Tell us what you thought of the episode. And go ahead and share this with somebody, like I said, with somebody who really needs this. Until then, I want you guys to keep creating your version of the good life. Until then, we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.